Hello, my name's Adam Jacobs. I'm a principal Microsoft architect at Polycom, and today I'm going to be walking you through the provisioning process for Polycom's RealConnect for Office 365. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Polycom web app, and this in the future will be embedded within an app in the Microsoft Office store. But today for this walkthrough, I'm going to show you the process via the web application at the URL for webapp.plcm.vc. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click this link, and after clicking this link it's going to ask me to sign in with my global administrator access rights, admin access rights for the RealConnect, sorry, the Office 365 portal for that admin. So I'm going to sign in here. Putting in my admin credentials, and then it's going to prompt me for access rights. And the first thing it's going to ask for is read and write directory data into my Azure Active Directory, and then access to access the directory as a signed-in user. Now, Polycom needs access to this information so that we can post your unique tenant ID that we're about to obtain into your Azure Active Directory. And this is something that is used when we schedule a meeting. So I'm going to accept that message. And now the application is going to go off behind the scenes and it's going to work through and provision my tenant. But prior to doing that, I'm going to need to create a cloud service provider relationship. And this is what allows us to add a new product SKU into your Office 365 admin portal. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to create this relationship. So I'm going to sign in again with the same credentials, my global administrator, Office 365 credentials. And of course, these are cached. So all I need to do at this point is accept the delegated admin permission that I need to grant to Polycom. Now this is a temporary measure. We are working together with the CSB team at Microsoft so that we don't need this level of permissions in the future. But for now, we need this just to add the license. We can then remove it after, and I'm going to show you how we remove it after later on in this demo. So let's accept and authorize Polycom as a CSP. And it's going to save that information into my admin center within the partnerships settings. And we've successfully been accepted, or successfully accepted Polycom with their offer. And you can now see that within the partner relationships, we have Polycom as a cloud solution provider and also an admin. And this is how you would remove the admin rights. And we can do that after the license key has been activated. So let's go back here to the web app, and we can now click refresh. And because that process went successfully, the application is going to go off and it's going to now ask me for my details. So I'm going to put in my email address. And my phone number details. And my address here. It's now asking me to accept and agree to the terms of service. This can obviously be read, but I'm going to accept in this case and click submit. And now I'm prompted to enter my activation key. And this is something which is previously purchased via the Polycom channel. And the activation key will basically give me whatever I purchase. So for example, if I purchase 50 user licenses, I'll get 50 user licenses. And if the period is for 3 years, then from the point whereby it's activated and 3 years on is the lifetime of that key. So let's go off and get our key. Okay, I've now entered my key and I'm going to submit that information. It's going to go off and get validated, and it will come back and return to me the allocation and also a unique tenant ID, which gets written back into my Azure AD. So we can now see that our tenant domain, realconnecttest.onmicrosoft.com, with this tenant GUID, has been given this unique SIP URI, which is the 972.866986, and that's been written back to my Azure AD. This is my my activation key, and this is the total number of licenses, and that was expected. It's a 5 license key. And if we now go and click through to the Office 365 portal via this link here, we can go back and we can look at the new plan, which has now been added. And this new plan, as expected, has 5 licenses, and none of them are yet assigned to any users. So let's go ahead and assign one. So I have my user here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assign a license by going into the product licenses for that user. And we can now turn on and allocate one of our Skype meeting video interop licenses and save. Now earlier on I mentioned that we can go ahead and we can remove those delegated admin access rights. So let's quickly do that now. And if we go back into our settings and then our partner relationships, we can see Polycom here. Let's go ahead now. We've added the license plan and remove the admin access rights. Great. So we still have Polycom in here as a cloud solution provider, but Polycom no longer has any admin rights to my Office 365 admin portal. So there we have it. We have provisioned our tenant and assigned a license to our user and removed the access rights that we granted during that process.